when I graduated from nursing school, I had applied here for a position, but they didn't hire new grads at the time. You had to have at least a year's experience. So I went to City Hospital and I worked in their ER for about a year. And then, as I said, that one morning I just said I need to go on day shift, walked in the front door and was immediately escorted to see the staffing coordinator, who said, okay, we're going to take you for your physical right now, and can you start Monday? So April 22nd, 1974 is when I started my orientation. And the position I held was called PRN. So during my orientation, I had to go to every single unit in the hospital and work on that unit for a shift. Everybody knew everybody, but it was still a time where nurses still wore their dress whites and their hat and hair off your collar. It was, very traditional. I loved it. That's why on Nurses Week, I always dress up in my traditional whites, because I earned that. And nurses that have earned that, I feel like, be proud that, you can celebrate your profession. There's a lot of different opportunities here, and that if, you're not happy with the unit that you're on, there's other units that might be available for you to work on. And I'd worked every single unit in this hospital except for the operating room. I love the opportunity to have hands-on, make a difference with my hands-on care. When I started nursing, we didn't wear gloves. It was a bad thing to wear gloves because you weren't, put a barrier between you and that hand-to-hand contact. And to this day, I'm an avid hand washer, but unless it's a contamination, I don't necessarily put gloves on just to touch a patient's hand or to initially begin their care. I've held many a dying person's hands in my life, and I do believe that as people pass away, it's important to have somebody just keep talking. And I also believe that for the years that I worked in the ER, that when people would come in, that's got to be the scariest time of their life. In the 70s, in order to have privileges at the hospital, you had to do ER time. So we had ER doctors that were general surgeons trying to take care of cardiacs. We had medical doctors trying to take care of surgical patients. We had OBGYN doctors. It was all part of to have privileges here. They rotated through the ER and worked as the attendings. I have to smile when somebody on another unit says, oh, I can't take care of a pregnant lady. I haven't done that since I've been out of school. And I said, I can do whatever you tell me to do. I'm still so old school. People get pillows, people get back rubs, people get those basic things other than having to use my brain to say, oh, let's figure out this medication and what should they get and such. The people that come through our doors live in the community. We're not a big city hospital where we're having patients being flown in from all around the country. We're serving our community, and that's very important.